Hi there, this is Kim. Today I'm redoing this video that I did previously because for some reason the sound didn't work when I uploaded it. So I thought I would redo it so that you could hear the steps that I went through in order to create this card. So this is a breast cancer awareness theme, and what I'm doing is using 140-pound cold pressed watercolor paper. I lay down some pink using the Tombow dual brush marker in number 703, and I lay down as much color as I felt I needed to keep that saturation. So once I got that done, I dipped a large brush in water and I went over it to spread the colors out, and then just set it aside to let it dry. And so I'm going to be embossing the flower onto watercolor paper also. And I used a powdered pounds pad. It's an anti-static pad to go over the paper before I inked it up with Versamark to prevent the black embossing powder from sticking where it didn't need to be. And then I just used a heat gun to emboss the powder. And then I'm using the pink Tombow number 703 once again to lay down a light pink base on the flower. And then I'm taking number 856. It's more of a red color, and just to lay it down towards the center of the flower. And then this time I'm using a smaller watercolor brush to pull the colors out and kind of blend it together to give it some shading. So as you can see, I'm not really concerned about keeping the color inside of the embossed lines because once I'm done shading and getting the flower the color that I would like, I'm going to be cutting the flower out and removing all of the white paper. So once I'm done shading the flower, I use a dry paper towel to blot off the excess water. And using really sharp scissors, I went around the outer edge of the embossed area to remove all the excess white paper from the image. And using a black marker, I went around the cut edges to remove the white so that you don't see it. And then I took the watercolor panel that I did in the beginning, and I placed it onto the card front using Tombow Mono multi-glue. And then for the flower part, I used some dimensional tape to pop it up onto the card front because I felt like it needed some dimension. And as you can see, I used a black marker there was a little piece of white that was in the center of the flower that I didn't really wanted to see, and so I used the black marker to cover it up. And then the sentiment, the hope sentiment, that is from A Muse Studio's Fight Like a Girl stamp set that was free during the month of October. And I usually freehand my banner, so I just find a center point and then I just cut at an angle to create a banner. And I pop that onto the lower portion of the card front. And I felt like it needed a little bit of embellishment, so I pulled out some clear sequins and these pink and red hearts and just randomly placed it onto the card front. I find that the Tombow Mono Multi Glue really works to stick the sequins wherever I need it to. And that's it for my card. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. You can find all the products that I used on the blog. I've placed a link below so that it'll take you directly to that post. So thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.